Okay, so whatever approach you do, the general framework is always kind of a function where input is an image, where either you can just pass your image to your model, or you can extract features and pass those features to your model. And that model is going to make predictions about your images. Okay, so basically you have this function, which you can say a prediction function or a classifier. You'll have image features or the image itself, and y will be your output label. And again, you can, depending upon which method you're using, but this overall framework is never going to change. Okay, it still remains the same for whatever approach you use. Okay, so binary classification, as we said, you have to, given a sample, you have to just assign like one of the classes to it, because you only have two classes. And most of the time, binary classification is used when you want to say something is present or something is not present. All right, so again, these are your set of samples. This is like one category. You can say this is positive category, or this could be your negative category. And your classifier will look something like this line. We discussed this briefly earlier as well. So this is the simple case of binary classification. But what if you have multiple classes? Let's say you have crosses, then you have triangles, and then squares as well. So in that case, you can see that this simple linear line is not going to help, because you can't draw like a line to separate three different classes. Okay, so one simple solution could be you actually learn three different equations. And if you draw something like this, which is separating like these classes from one another, then your classifier is actually consisting of these three lines. Okay, so if you think about this, one simple way to solve this is, when you are learning this red line, so that could be your one classifier, and of course you can learn that function. What you could do is you can treat these crosses as the positive class, and then you can treat the green triangles and the blue squares as a negative class. So you don't distinguish between green and blue. You treat these as one classes. And then you can train like a binary classifier, which is the red line. And once that is trained, then that red line can actually tell you whether the red crosses are present or not. You don't care about like what are the other classes. You only care about red crosses. Okay, so that's like one linear classifier for you. Similarly, you can do the same thing for green triangles, right? And for that, let's say you learn like a linear line. And that line will learn whether green triangles are present or not. If present, you have these green triangles here. If not, you don't care whether it's like a blue square or a red cross. And similarly, you can do for the blue squares as well. So basically, if you have three classes, the simple approach you can take is you train three different binary classifiers. And you can use those to actually do multi-class classification. And that usually works like pretty well in most of the cases.